Hello, everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode of Topic
Thunder.
Here from the Top 10. I am John Roca.
And I am Mad Nose. This is a show that we do each and every week for our patrons over at patreon.com/the top 10 with that number 10. And they send in whatever they like us to talk about. We don't know what they are in advance. We just answer them as they come in. So if you are a member and you would like to submit it, there is an email address over there. Please take advantage. We'd love to hear from you. And whose turn is it to start this time? I don't recall.
Oh, I think it might be mine. I think you started last time.
All right. Fair enough.
Let's do it. CJ Clark, 1818, says, Charles Clark, I think. Yeah, he says, hello, Matt and John. Hope you and everyone listening are doing well. I have a simple question. What makes a great pizza in your opinion? In addition to toppings, I'm talking crust thickness, seasonings, type of cheese, style, size, everything that goes into it. And what's the best pizza places you've been to? Thank you guys so much for the podcasts. Doing a great job, and I look forward to listening to you guys every week. Chuck, hashtag Let's Go Mountaineers. Matt Nost, take it away. Can you play? Are you going to play favorites, Matt Nost here? I feel like you have to play favorites, don't you? What's the deal?
Well, I mean, look, I can legitimately say they're my favorite pizza place.
Your wife's place?
Yeah.
They're your place, right?
Two Saucy Broads. It's not my place. Okay. She does all the work. How can it be my place? I wear the t-shirts. I build things for it. I fix things down there. That's not the same thing.
All right, fine.
But anyway, I think the biggest key is just fresh ingredients.
Yeah.
So like, one day we went to, it's like 4 or 5 different pizza places just to try a couple slices here and try a couple slices there.
Yeah.
Just to see what LA is offering.
Sure.
And you could distinctly tell the places that use, like canned mushrooms. Now I cannot eat. When I was a kid, that's how I got mushrooms on a pizza because there were no fresh mushrooms.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And now when I get a pizza with canned mushrooms on, I'm like, this is fucking gross.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy it at all. Black olives, I think, is fine canned, but anything else that's like that, I just can't do anymore. But fresh cheese, you can tell if it's, freshly grated or just from a bag and they heap it on there, or if they make the sauce themselves. And I don't mean you got to make it from scratch, but like, if you buy already stewed tomatoes, that's fine if you make it thereafter, because who the fuck is going to, make that enough tomatoes in their sauce went up. But if you're just buying the pre-canned sauce, it's always too sweet.
Yeah.
And crust thickness, I like New York style.
Okay.
I don't mind the, a slice every once in Chicago, and I don't mind the super thin cracker style of like a St. Louis. But I think that New York style to me is the quintessential. That's what I look forward.
Yeah.
In a pizza.
I don't disagree with you. I love the New York style myself. I'm a big fan of that. But I love the Chicago style. I really do. I mean, as a consumer and lover of bread, the Chicago style really speaks to me. And some of the, if I'm going to use places people might know, like BJ's, I think their founder's favorite is fantastic.
Okay. I don't think I've ever had their pizza, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. No, I love their pizza. And it's thick, too. The crust is thick. The whole pizza's thick, which I enjoy.
Not to interrupt you, and I apologize. You know what is one thing that's random that they have that is fantastic is their coffee.
Really?
It's
BJ's coffee.
Fantastic.
Shut the fuck up.
Not kidding. And I love coffee. I drink tons of coffee.
Right.
2 to 3 cups a day every day.
Ooh, good Lord.
Yeah, listen, I don't party in any other way anymore. Now caffeine is my party.
Do your thing, man.
So I have a cup. My cup is here. I use it as a stand. It's this big, massive fucking thing. So I have 2 of these a day, which is probably about 20 ounces at a time of coffee.
Wowzers.
But please go ahead. BJ's Founders Pizza.
Yeah, the founder's favorite is, or founder's something like that. It's so good. It's it's basically the supreme version of their pizza.
Okay, sure.
So, what you get on Pizza Hut pizza. But to me, it's always tasted so much better than any of the fast food stuff, and it feels like it's made fresh and all that kind of stuff. So it's great, and I enjoy that. If I'm in a mood for that, I'll go get that. As far as the ones that you can deliver, Pizza Hut's still my favorite. I like to put chicken with meatball and black olive, and then occasionally I might do green peppers. There's a place here called Best Pizza and Brew, close to us,
Mm.
and I like their meatball parmesan pizza, which I've never tried as a combo, and it's fantastic on a pizza.
There was a pizza place by you that was
Mm.
excellent, but I think they closed. They did a
Oh,
grandma style,
ooh,
um, where if you love bread, they let the bread rise for I think it's 2 days, and it just becomes so massive and pillowy. It's
yeah,
solid like 3 inches, and
wow,
you bite into it, and it's just this like a dough cloud. It's
yeah,
so fucking good. But I'm pretty sure they closed down.
damn, damn.
They have other locations in San Diego. They have more
Oh,
than one.
okay.
I can ask my sister because she used to live not too far
Oh
from
yeah, yeah,
you.
that'd be
She
great. Yeah,
moved, but we would get that. They had that, and they had really good salads.
yeah.
But I'll text her right now. I'll see if I can find it out.
Okay. There are not that many good pizza places that I've discovered around here. So there are some deceptively good barbecue places though around here that I was really surprised by, like Kaminsky's. I kind of enjoy Kaminsky's over there in Poway.
What's the
Um,
big one? Is it
and there is a Wood
Rex's?
Ranch. Oh, Phil's. Oh yeah, there's
Phil's.
yeah,
Phil's.
Phil's.
That's what it was.
I'm not a fan. That's like fast food barbecue.
I had
Um,
it once.
yeah, once is more than enough. There is a Wood Ranch about 20 minutes away, which is great. I was so happy the day I discovered that. And then there's another barbecue place. Oh yeah, oh God, what the fuck is the name of that place? We found it on one of those random places. And it's like Southern style, mom and pop owned barbecue. There's like wood paneling, only two tables inside the restaurant, and
Okay.
cool little place, man. But it's in a hole in a wall, but the barbecue is excellent. But the pizza wise, yeah, I mean, I like the Chicago style. I remember, I cannot name it. I could not for the life of me remember the name of the place, but when I was in Chicago for years ago, when I was assistant production manager for that Fame reality show, I landed when a friend recommended this place. I went straight to that place, sat down, had a couple of slices. And Jesus, Mary, Mother of God, some of the greatest pizza I've ever had in my entire life. The yellow crust or the yellow bread, all of that, just oh, what a great combo! And it was thick sauce. I like sauce. I like a lot of sauce. I'm a big fan of sauce.
Okay.
Not to the point where the cheese is sliding off the pizza, but certainly where when you bite into it, it is a meal in itself with every bite.
What about a pesto or a white sauce?
I've never done the white sauce, mostly because
It's Alfredo.
okay, yeah, mostly because I've always been afraid of what that'll do to my stomach because that kind of stuff causes me to go to the bathroom immediately, so I have to be careful. I
Okay.
do like pesto. I do enjoy pesto on just about anything, to be honest. Even I love I've had pesto panini chicken sandwiches that are fucking excellent. So I like pesto on most of if I'm going to go onto just a seasoned crust, pesto is the way to go for sure.
Okay.
But nowadays I try to stay away from too much of the pepperoni. So I try to focus on chicken or meatball. But in my days past, absolutely the fucking meat lovers line it up, man. Stack it up.
100%.
It's
It
fucking
was the
great.
best.
Yeah,
I mean, I will if I could just get a slice of that,
yeah,
I'm happy. I can't do a full because the problem with pizza is if I get a medium, I'm easily powering through half.
yeah. Oh
And
yeah,
I have to stop myself because I'm not full.
right.
And it's not good for you.
No, it's not. It really isn't. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not.
What I do now is if I'm in a mood for a Pizza Hut pizza, I'll order the Pizza Hut pizza. I'll eat 3 slices and then I'll immediately throw it out
Well,
because
you didn't keep it in the house.
I can't keep it in the house because I will absolutely eat it for the next 2 to 3 days for lunch or whatever. And you can lie to yourself, but you are putting on pounds eating that shit if you're eating it consistently.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful about that. So I'm like, okay, I got my taste. It was $12. That's 3 pieces of pizza, $4. I'm okay with that. I'm throwing out the rest, because I don't want to be tempted.
Well, have you ever thought about just getting the personal, which is a smaller pizza?
Yeah,
Most places have those.
yeah, they have that at Target, the fucking personal one. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, if you order from a restaurant and you want their pizza, you only want 3 slices. A lot of times we'll just have a little personal guy.
Oh no, yeah, no. Other than Pizza Hut, I think the other places, yes, I do that. What you're talking about. So, but I never order from any place else. Like I don't like Domino's. She won't
No.
let me have Little Caesars in the house because she used to work at Little Caesars and she fucking hates the place.
Little Caesars is just the quintessential. It comes frozen. They throw it straight in. It's just a turnstile of. I loved Little Caesars as a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, it's great.
Yeah, because you got 2 pizzas. They came in that big
Yeah,
paper sleeve thing, and it was just magic every time.
yeah.
And I loved it. And I have not had it.
No.
I remember somebody ordered it for some sort of, hey, we need you for a shoot or something, and
Oh,
they catered, so to speak,
with Little Caesars.
and they used Little Caesars as part of the catering. And I was like, what is this dog shit? At least get Domino's.
Yeah.
At least. And I don't want Papa John's either. I fucking hate
Oh,
Papa
no.
John's.
No, they put sugar in the crust. They fucking they mess around with you with that shit.
Well, every one of those pizza chains puts sugar in
Yeah,
their sauce and puts sugar in their everything.
it's sweet. Like the Papa John's crust is sweet.
I
That's how
fucking
they
hate Papa
get you.
John's.
Yeah, I'm not down with that.
Yeah, but
Yep.
I'm the same. I prefer to have pepperoni on there, but at this point, I like a veggie pizza.
Oh, okay.
I don't do chicken though. I find it so bland that to me
Mm.
it's a waste of space. I'd rather have something else on there.
Well, I use the sauce to compensate.
Sure.
So I get extra sauce, so that kind of blankets the chicken. It kind of adds for me. And I hear you absolutely. Just chicken is boring on a pizza. To me, I have to balance it out with another meat or a salty vegetable to be able to. Wait,
Now,
olives.
do you like a
vegetable?
barbecue chicken pizza? Because I don't.
No, I don't. I don't like it.
I don't want the sweet with the cheese and all that. It's just like,
Yeah.
no, thank you.
And no
It's not like
pineapple either.
I've had it once. It was good.
Okay.
But the fact that I've had it once tells
Yeah.
me all I need to know.
Yeah, then you haven't gone back to do it again.
Yeah, I don't want sweet on my pizza, even though it's roasted.
Yeah.
You ever had a sunny side egg on your
No,
pizza?
on a
So
pizza?
good.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it on a burger, man. I've never had it on a pizza.
And it just
Interesting.
they break the yolk as they're bringing it out to you, so then it just all over the top, and you're like, I love that they just made something that's ridiculously unhealthy even more unhealthy, but it's delicious.
The weird thing I discovered when I was in Britain is in '98 is they put corn on their pizza. That is a nasty combo, dog. I was going crazy because when I went to London in '98, I didn't have a lot of money. My family and we didn't have a lot of money, so I had to pinch every pence, so to speak, to stay alive. So every once in a while, I'd go and do the Pizza Hut. They had the buffets back then in '98, so they would just have all the pizzas lined up. So I was like, oh, they have a Supreme. I'm gonna try the Supreme. I got the Supreme, fucking corn on it, and I was like, what is corn doing on a pizza? It's the worst thing I've ever tasted. So that's one of the weird things that I discovered out over there because ain't no corn on any pizza here in America, for God's sakes. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's fucking canned corn. Now, if they'd taken
Canned corn.
that Mexican street corn where it's a cob and they've halved it and then it's in, they roast it and they do butter and then they do that cheese. I'm blanking on the name of the cheese.
Yeah.
If you cut that off and put it on, because you'd have the roastiness with the cheese and the saltiness, and that would work. But yeah, canned corn, no, no, thank you.
It's the worst.
It's not what I'm looking for when I want pizza.
Yeah. And I can't do pizza without meat. I could do the cheese pizza, right? That I can do.
I can't do that.
But if I do but I have to have a balance. Like I can do one slice. Like sometimes I'll go to because Costco's right here. Sometimes I'm going for quick pizza. And by the way, deceptively good fucking pizza at Costco. I will drive over there and get a pepperoni and a cheese, and then eat half of each. Kind of just enjoy.
You ever get the rotisserie chicken?
Yes, their rotisserie chicken is excellent.
They openly lose money on that. By the way,
Right?
they won't
You can
raise the
charge money
price
on that. Yeah, it's $5 for that rotisserie.
It's delicious. It's huge. Get a ton of chicken off of it.
Oh yeah, that one lasts me at least 3 days.
Oh yeah, we're tossing on salads and everything else for the next few meals. It's so good.
And you got and you can choose because most of the time and I'm really picky about it because sometimes if they go too far, they overburn. It's too brown. I go hunting for the lighter ones, man. Always. I like the lighter roasted chicken more than the overly brown ones, man. So I like that they have the selection of that when you're looking. So
Sure. I don't think that's intentional. I think it's
yeah, it's just a matter of what temperature they've had it at.
yeah, exactly. It's the thermometer says this, pulling it out.
Yeah. But I've had the hot dog there. I've had the ice cream. None of them are as good.
I've never had the hot dog there.
Yeah.
I've had the ice cream and I've had the pizza.
Yeah.
But I haven't had the hot dog. I never got for like the idea that Wiener Schnitzel was a thriving chain out here before I moved here. To me, is bananas.
Yeah.
It's just like, who goes out for hot dogs?
There's a little stand near us by the Home Depot that is a hot dog stand. This guy makes, it's like a small version of a Pink's, but it's his own hot dog stand.
Mhm.
He's there every day. He's literally in the parking lot of the Home Depot, man. Just sits there and there's like 4 or 5 tables. We keep thinking we're gonna go one day and try out whatever the hell they have. And maybe we will, but like it's so interesting when I drive by. I'm like, what, the place is always full? And it's always those dudes who look like they just finished working construction or whatever or they're taking a lunch from some kind of manual labor job sitting there having those hot dogs. And I've been tempted to go over there and see what the hell they have and try out a dog and see what's up. Because I tried Pink's once. I was like, I don't get it. Like it's no big deal to me.
Yeah, it has a line because it has a line.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I've never done it because it's just like, there's no way it's good. There's no way it's good. And you're going to have to wait in a 20-person line minimum. It's a hot dog.
Exactly.
Like hot dogs can be really good. I'm not denigrating a hot dog, but I'm not waiting a half an hour for a fucking hot dog.
Yeah. Only in the ballpark. Only in the
Yeah.
ballpark.
It's the only time I ever get a hot dog is if I go to a ball game.
Yep.
That's it. And it very specifically, it's only baseball. It's not like if I went to a Rams game or a Clippers or a Lakers game, I'm getting a fucking hot dog. Yeah.
You're right.
Only baseball is the only time I eat a hot dog.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
People are up in arms because Farmer John's doesn't do the Dodger dog anymore. It's some other company now.
It's a shame. It's good Farmer John's dogs.
Apparently, their manufacturing plant is literally right next door to Farmer John's. So they're getting the exact same fucking meat. There's no difference. And from what I've heard, it tastes the same. But I haven't been to a Dodgers game in like 2 years, 3 years.
Oh, yeah. It's been at least that long, I think, for me, too.
I usually go once a year.
Yeah. We went to a Padres game here the other day, a few weeks ago, but
really, Petco's nice.
I don't like to sit. I think where we got the tickets were not great, and so I'd rather sit on the sides or out in the outfield. Sitting too close to first base or home plate, it gets real seedy in that area. At least where we were sitting, I was just like, no thanks.
Those are the most expensive seats.
Yeah. Also, where a lot of the season ticket holders are.
Yeah.
I
had a friend that had season tickets like 40 rows up or something near first base. So I used to be able to go to like 5-6 Padre games a year. It was pretty sweet.
Nice.
Yeah. Just whenever his roommate couldn't go, he would I'd be one of the people he would ask.
That's nice.
Yeah. Like, sure, let's go to a game. Come on. I love why not?
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Yeah. His grandma got him for him.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's great.
Well, he's a lifelong San Diego resident. He still lives there. He's got, he's married with kids, but his whole family's from there. So I don't know. It's something I guess they've had for a long time. Who knows?
Yeah. Keep it in the family.
But yeah, so that place by you is no longer there. It's called, it was Na Pizza, N-A Pizza.
N.A. Pizza.
There might be another location in San Diego somewhere. It was that I thoroughly recommend the pizza and the salads were both excellent. It sucks that it went under.
Okay.
Because it was good. Because a lot of the food by her old place I thought was pretty mediocre.
Oh, yeah. They issued a statement on their Instagram. When was this? This is 104 weeks ago.
So 2 years ago.
Wow. Due to COVID-19 and to keep our nearest employees and community, we will be temporarily closed until further notice. Thank you for understanding our decision this tough time. Much love and gratitude to the Pizza family. Wow. And they never came back. Wow.
Hopefully they do. I would thoroughly recommend them. But according to Catherine, to let the dough rise that long, you got to have the space for it somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's fairly labor intensive and just eats up resources just sitting there. So,
yeah.
But it was damn good.
It was Stone Pizza, huh? Shit. Wow. Their website is just all like guides on how to make pizza. There's no listings.
Oh, really?
Where you can go get it.
I could have sworn there was another one down near like Point Loma. But
wow.
I never went to it. I just recall having heard that.
Right.
Don't know if that was the case or not. But anyway.
Pizza. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it was good. It's honestly probably my top 3 in Southern California.
Yeah.
That I had tried. Clearly, Two Saucy's number 1 for me. It's not even me being a homer. That is the God's honest truth. I'm a big fan.
Well, to be fair, a lot of our fans have gone to
we had
and enjoyed it. So
very kindly, and they've reached out and let me know.
Yeah, they've enjoyed the two. The 2 times I've had the 2 saucy broads, I've enjoyed it very much. Even when if I remember correctly, we had one where you like kind of they had made it and then saved it, and then we warmed it up afterwards.
Yeah,
it was still good.
Yeah, it's called par baking. So you bake it to like 80% completion, and then you just do the last 20% at home. Yeah, I brought the Collider for us one night to record, and
that's right.
Genuinely a big fan. It's nice that I don't have to lie to people. It really is, because otherwise I have to. I got to support her.
Yeah, of course.
Be like, oh, is the pizza good? Oh yeah, it's great. It's good. You should totally check it out. But I can unabashedly say, I'm like, no, let's hear what my favorites on the menu. I think they're really good. Steer you this way, that way.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, Charles, that's
enough.
22 minutes of pizza talk for you, friend.
And by the way, Matt, you are right. There was another one open at India Street and another one in La Jolla Village, and they're both closed. All the Not Pizzas are closed. Fuck.
All right, so not Point Loma, but it's somewhat close, I guess, in India Street, but not really.
There's one at
That's downtown.
Wow, such a shame. All right, what's our next one here, Matt?
Our next one comes from Marlon Tuttle. He says, "Hey fellas, love the show. So I was born in 1984, and by the time I graduated college in 2006, I had 6 different actors behind Batman's cowl. Wow. If you count Adam West and Kevin Conroy, which I totally do. Did I just grow up in a unique time to be conditioned to recasting? I'm not precious about any character, although Leia does come close, I admit. Why do you think it's such a big deal for people?"
Well, that's a good question.
Thanks for the time. Much love to you both. Marlon, parenthetically, AZ Badfish.
Thank you, Marlon. I think because people have such nostalgia attached to these actors and these characters. And so when you challenge them to see someone else in the role, it's almost as if you're invalidating their experience and you're shutting the door on what they had, essentially ending that experience and that connection to that character by that actor or actress. I think that's what it is. You wanted to keep, Mark Hamill coming back in the sequel trilogy, everybody lost their minds until Last Jedi came out, and then everybody was pissed and lost their minds for different reasons. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. The Leia situation. Carrie was barely hanging on. I know the nostalgia and everyone's like forgiving her. She's not good in these movies. She's not. She's barely able to do, which is because of all the drugs and all the stuff that she went through and the terrible things she did to her body through addiction. It was tough to watch, Harrison, was nice to see him. But I think they did the right move with him. So there's the nostalgia of it all, right? But like eventually you hit a point where you have to recast. And I think too many people don't want to let go of their memories of that and think somehow you're destroying their memories of that if you happen to cast someone else. And I also think a lot of them don't understand this is a business. This is not, hey, let me stroke your hair and make you feel good. This is a fucking business. And when these characters can produce money and can produce attention, then you have to recast when those characters when those actors or actresses can't come back or get too old for the role, for the stories you want to tell. You have to recast. And guess what? A generation behind you, 2 generations behind you, they didn't grow up with your Leia, your Luke, your Batman, your whatever. So
Yeah.
they have a completely different experience. But sometimes people are so caught up in their own experience as being the ultimate experience, they don't understand that other generations do not. There are plenty of people who are Star Wars fans who do not like that original trilogy and think it's campy or cheesy or doesn't have good special effects. I've heard all the criticisms, and so that's the game here. And I think people hold on to their nostalgia, and it's understandable, of course,
Mhm.
but it's not realistic,
For something like Batman, we're all conditioned to that role being recast, just like Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Tom Holland's days are numbered.
Right.
He'll do one more, maybe two, but I think he's aging out rapidly from
Yeah.
this character.
And he said so in an interview. He said, I should not be playing him in my 30s, is what he said. Yeah.
He's right. As
Yeah.
much as I think he's great at it, and I would love to keep him in there, it's just there's a point at which this character doesn't age. And so we're going to have another one.
Mhm.
But it'd be more interesting if they tried to do the people's reaction to another standalone Joker.
Mm.
So if Joaquin chooses not to come back,
Right.
and they elect to move forward with another one, will people be receptive to this?
Yeah.
Or is there fatigue, or just that was kind of a one-off, like flash in the pan. I don't know if we can recreate that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like on the recasting, an individual is so indelibly that character that it is near impossible to envision someone else. Like if they recast and redid the Matrix right now,
Mhm.
it's gonna be tough for me to see anybody but Keanu as Neo.
Right.
Whereas you could sell me on other characters being recast in it, but he is the focus of it. It's just like he's kind of fucking Neo. That whole thing didn't exist until him.
Yeah. Right.
So that's a tougher mountain to climb. Whereas with Batman, it's just like, yeah, I think it's an excellent point of you grew up in an era just like you like Keaton, fuck you. Here's Val Kilmer. Oh, you liked Val Kilmer's, fuck you. Here's George Clooney.
Yeah, it's true.
And you're just used to all these different people. So it's a much easier pill to swallow when they're like, now we're going to go a different direction.
Well, also I think because they wear masks, right? Whereas opposed to like
Yeah.
Star Wars people are not wearing masks, so you see them as they are. I think that's where it becomes like, what if they recast Rocky in like 20 years?
They have. It's called Creed. They have. That's Rocky.
That's so fair.
My question to you is, could
That's a
they
fair
do
point.
Fast and the Furious?
They're going to need to because Dom is aging out. I don't give a fuck. He's almost 60, dude. He is aging out of the role.
Yeah.
There is no reason he should be doing this. How old is he?
I think they need to clean slate it.
Yeah, maybe start over from scratch.
Just push them all out, because if you just shuffle him out and then bring in the others and say it's not as financially relevant for whatever reason, could kill the franchise.
Guys, Vin Diesel was 54 years old. Just so we're fucking clear. He is 5 years away from being 60, 6 years away from being 60. And he has got 9 and 10 supposedly coming. So
yeah, what you don't realize, little brother, is 60 is the new 40, and he's doing great.
Yeah, he is.
He's doing great.
He's going to be 55 in July. 55. So just so we all understand each other. And so I agree. And Matt's a great thing you bring up. They should absolutely recast. And also, I've been seeing a couple articles today, actually, where I hadn't even thought of this. Recasting Mission Impossible. At some point, Cruise.
Yeah, you have to.
You got to move on and find a new Ethan Hunt. It's enough. Maybe 7 and 8 are it for him. I hope. And this is his swan song, because how old is Cruise? Cruise is
he's
60.
in his 60s. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 59. He's going to be 60 this
like,
year. So
are we going to watch him as a 70-year-old do this? Because Harrison Ford coming back for the next Indiana Jones, there's a tough recast. I don't think you can do it.
Yeah.
At least while he's alive.
Yeah, there are certain characters that if you recast them, people would absolutely, like the Han Solo. I mean, people hated Solo because they didn't want to see Han Solo recast with someone else.
It's
there
tough.
are defenders of that film.
Yeah,
but there are people.
And I don't blame. I blame the script in that movie why I didn't like it.
That's fair.
I don't blame the actors.
Yeah, Alden did a nice job, I thought. And
yeah, so did I. And I like him. He's still got a charm. I just think the
Yeah.
direction, the overall story, the payoff, it all fell flat for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it had nothing to do with him or Woody or Favreau or anyone else in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of those are just so indelibly the individual.
Yeah. You make an interesting point when I was thinking of the Rocky thing, because the Creed is essentially recasting Rocky without calling him Rocky.
Mhm.
So that's a fair point. Maybe that's how they do Indiana Jones, where they bring in someone who you really enjoy, and Indiana essentially is handing the torch over to that person, and then that person goes and does their own.
But they tried with Shia
in
the last one.
That was rough. They tried with the wrong person.
I just didn't like his
studio.
The whole character, and he's this greaser, badass. Like, I'm not fucking buying it. Plus, the movie was god awful.
It's a bad introduction. It's a total bad introduction.
Yeah. As much as we're both fans of Shia, just because he's proven over the past 5-6 years that dude can act.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not the person to pass the baton to.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
He just doesn't fit the mold.
Yeah.
I wish like Nathan Fillion was 15 years younger, 20 years younger. He's got the vibe to him.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
But had Uncharted been successful, well, that in essence is Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
So that could have, but I don't think it's done near enough to justify doing a sequel.
Yeah.
Although sadly, it's now better than most video game movies.
Right.
It kind of shows you where we're at.
True. Very true.
But yeah, I think it's some combination of how indelible the actor is to the character itself, and whether or not I would take a second glance at a recasting of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. All right. Well, thanks, Marlon. Appreciate it. We're at 32 minutes on the show right now. Thank you, Marlon, for that damn good question. And of course, thank you also to CJ Clark, who got us talking about pizza for 22 minutes, as Matt pointed out. So good questions today. And if you want to, be part of the Patreon, go to patreon.com/the-top10 and see the tiers. $5 and above, you get to send in questions, thoughts, and comments. As Matt said, we don't read them ahead of time. So we have a lot of fun just answering them extemporaneously here on the show. So anything you've ever wanted to know, if you're a patron, $5 and above, you get to ask us. Just email us, and the email is over there on the Patreon there. Anything else, Matt, that we should talk about? Is that it?
If you'd like to follow the show, you could do that on Twitter at Top 10 Show, all spelled out. Otherwise, on YouTube and Instagram, it is /the Top 10 Podcast with the number 10. So we'd love to have you. Please hit us up, and you can follow me anywhere at Matt Nost.
And you can follow me at The Roca Says. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode here of Topic
Thunder.